You believe in Jesus?
Yes, I do.
Well, you're going to meet him.
Welcome to the Movies Pal, your friendly neighborhood Master Chaos, back with you once again. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Come on in. I haven't seen you since the last time you were here. I've got your seat saved, as always, just for you. It's got your name on it. It's beautiful. I dusted it off and stuff, so it's nice. Come on in. Pop a squat. We're talking about a classic film today, a sequel. Because, I don't know. Just because. Because they decided to release part 2 and not part 1. I don't know why, but hey, it is what it is. Remember when we talked about this movie? And how I spoke about how they tried to trick the eye with the slipcovers and giving you a whole bunch of crazy crap. Oh my god, it's beautiful. I gotta get that. Look at that crazy slipcover. Then, of course, it's a bait and switch, like putting flowers on diarrhea. Allow me to present the cover for Death Wish 2. Look at that. Simple. Plain. They didn't jazz it up. You know why? They didn't fucking need to. It's Death Wish 2, man. Would I have bought this normally? No. Would I have ever picked it up? No. I'm happy with my Blu-ray, but whatever, I guess now I have a 4K. So, this review will be based off of the 4K presentation. But I will say this, the movie's very drab, it's very dark, it's very colorless. So, does the 4K do anything to really make it pop?
Hell no, to the no, hell to the no.
For me, I'm always of the mind that I think Blu-ray is perfection. And 4K is really only for specific movies that I think would really benefit from stuff like that. And to my opinion, my eye, it's newer stuff. Digital stuff really pops on 4K, whereas stuff like this doesn't really benefit from it. But let's talk about the plot, because that's what we're here to do. Death Wish 2 runs 1 hour and 31 minutes. Gird your loins and prepare yourselves, because this movie features a pretty awful pair of rape sequences, and in my opinion, they rival anything in I Spit on Your Grave. The brutal and awful violation of Paul's maid and his daughter paints the entire movie in an ugly, grim light, and in my opinion, kind of takes the fun out of the vigilante aspect. Now let's add to the fact that Paul's daughter is mentally handicapped, and her rape sequence becomes even more disturbing and disgusting. And we get to experience all that in glorious 4K. Thanks, Vinegar Syndrome. Now there's more tragic awfulness, but I'm not going to spoil it for you here, although you probably know what happens anyway. This, of course, takes place in the first 20 fucking minutes. After that, it becomes vigilante action, and movie definitely shifts gears, but because it gets off to such a grungy start, it might turn a few people off. But the good news is, once all that setup is done, and Paul Kersey now has another reason to hunt down street trash, oh boy, this movie does not hold back. It only takes 30 minutes for Paul Kersey to be on the hunt, and what I like better about part 2 compared to part 1 is that Paul is actually looking for the people responsible for the attacks instead of just randomly targeting thugs. That randomness of the first one is gone, and here we're given a little bit more of a mission statement. This, of course, gives the film more structure, gives the character a more defined purpose, and it just works well overall. The final fight in particular is brutal as hell, and the realism is honestly what really sells it. Ultimately, the revenge is earned, and we're rooting for him the whole time, and so maybe we did need those first 20 minutes to be just unpleasant as hell, but honestly, we probably would have rooted for Paul no matter what. I mean, in John Wick, they killed his dog, and we rooted for him in that movie. I mean, there was no rapes involved. I mean, that would have been a crazy sequence if they raped his dog. We're not talking about that. So here again, Vinegar Syndrome makes a weird choice when it comes to 4K upgrades, because this film is pretty drab and dreary color-wise, and that flatness does not really help when it comes to 4K definition. But it doesn't necessarily benefit 100% from any kind of 4K kick in the pants. And that kick in the pants, FYI, is to your wallet. I'm still on the fence about 4K in general. So when it comes to the physical media aspect of it, I'm on the fence. If you were to ask me, should I get it because it's 4K? No. Get it because it's a good movie. Get it because it's a very interesting and entertaining movie. I think we can all agree this is the best action movie Vinegar Syndrome has released. In terms of, not so much entertainment value, but in terms of production value, star name, and name recognition. The biggest. Definitely the biggest, in my opinion. Of course, feel free to disagree in the comments, and we will chat back and forth. And remember, two-way conversation here all the time. And we can continue to be pals. I love it. I love it. Of course, universally, we can also, I think, agree that Part 3 is the best one.
You're goddamn right.
As it stands for Death Wish 2, 4 stars. 4 stars. This is a great, great movie. Well, it's a good movie, I should say. 4 stars means good. Great would have been if it toned down the rapes, and if we didn't get to see Charles Bronson's mentally handicapped daughter sexually abused in an incredibly long sequence. Cut that fucking thing down. Why are we watching this so... it was ugly. I walked out of the room. I didn't want to watch it. I thought it was it's awful. It's awful. I don't find that fun. But I do enjoy watching him kill people. That's a fun time for me. 4 stars. Death Wish 2. It's a good movie. Get it because it's Death Wish 2. Don't get it because you think it's, because it's 4K and you have to. At least that's my 2 cents. Bronson's loose again, and I'm happy for it. See, if you get a nice simple cover, then you're probably in good hands here. This is a solid film, and you're going to enjoy it. I really had a good time with it and revisiting it. I think last time I saw it was maybe a year ago when I got the Blu-ray, but it was nice to revisit it. I was surprised at how rough the beginning was. I'd forgotten all that stuff, but it's a good movie. What else can I say? Death Wish 2. I assume you do. It's a good movie. I think you'll dig it. It's not. It's definitely not something cheeseball like Alien Private Eye.
Yo.
Okay, pal. That's it. Let's call it a day. If you're new here, do me a favor, subscribe, because that means you and I get to hang out. Oh my God, what an honor that would be. Let's do it again soon. For now, I gotta kick you out. I'm pulling the curtain here across the silver screen because I gotta start shutting everything down. My friend, I love you. I'll see you very soon. Hang out with me, and I'll hang out with you. I'm here all the time, technically, on YouTube. You can just pick a video and whatever. Maybe something's going to be recommended coming up that you might want to see. Blah, 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 blah. We'll do that. But for now, the theater's closed. Until we meet again, farewell.